26th of August.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Wow.
Appreciate it.
I'm feeling 22.
Yeah, I know. My girlfriend made me play that song, which, yeah.
Okay, I'm not a huge Swiftie, but I still play it on. It's such a fun song. Hey everybody, welcome to The Conversation, a Colorado Rapids podcast where I get to sit down with people from Colorado and talk about our state, talk about football, soccer, whatever you want to call it, and anything else I think about under the sun. Today, I am really excited to welcome a rising star in U.S. soccer, a U20 CONCACAF champion, a Nations League winner, and an Olympian. Born and raised in the States, his passion for the game has already carried him across the pond to Germany, the Netherlands, and beyond. Now he's bringing the journey to Colorado as the Rapids' new number 10. Please welcome Paxten Aaronson. Paxton, welcome to the show. Welcome to Colorado. It's been a whirlwind.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Can you describe what these past couple of weeks have been like?
Yeah. A lot of excitement,
Yeah.
a little bit of stress. Everything kind of went frantic and fast, but at the end of the day, it worked out. It was a lot of things to kind of process all at once.
Yeah.
I think it helped me grow as a person in order to make quick decisions. But yeah, it was a opportunity I'm happy I took, and I'm glad it all worked out.
Yeah. Well, we're really happy to have you here in Colorado as a member of the Rapids. But we got to get to know you because you're still a very young player, a very young person. But we got to dig into kind of what makes you tick, what got you here to being on this couch with me and your journey. So I want to go back to growing up in the Aronson household.
Yeah.
That's got to be quite the experience. Tell us a little bit what that was like.
Yeah, an experience is definitely what you can call it. I was lucky enough to have an older brother who fell in love with the same game I did, so it made it easy for the both of us. Then a younger sister who followed a few years after us when we were kind of grinding when we were younger. She was doing gymnastics and stuff, so she kind of got a hold of it a little bit later. But now she plays at Villanova, so she caught on eventually. But no, growing up in the house, it was a lot of soccer on the TV. My dad played in college, but we played every sport when we were younger, basketball, lacrosse, but we always just stuck with soccer. We were best at it, and it's what we enjoyed the most. But it was always very competitive between me, my brother, and father. I think it definitely shaped and molded who I am today as a person and as a player. And yeah, me and him are so close. Every training session we trained together, it made us both better.
So how far apart are you guys?
He's 3 years older than me.
Okay. And your dad, you said, played college soccer. Did your mom play soccer?
No.
No. So she learned as...
Yeah, she didn't know. Like, even when we were younger, she would be like, why are we wasting so much time? Are they really going to be professionals? Like, to my dad.
Yeah.
She didn't know about it.
Right.
Like, she knew nothing about it.
So your dad thought you guys were going to be professionals, though?
He didn't think it, but...
Well, the way that you just said that about your mom, like... her saying, like, do we think they're going to be professionals?
Well, yeah, he obviously had...
He had hopes.
Yeah, he had hopes. He wanted it. My mom couldn't really picture it.
Okay. What position did your dad play?
He was also a center midfielder, like a number 6.
So it's just in the blood.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to play in the middle if you're at Aronson. Okay, so you said you guys, it was really shaped you and molded you. What exactly about that experience? Like, I heard there's something called the dungeon.
Yeah.
Do we get to know what the dungeon is at the Aronson household?
That was just our basement when it was unfinished, and then my mom had enough of the walls getting broken, so then once we were older and we got too big for the space, she kind of made it her own. But no.
Was that your hideaway, though? You guys were there all the time?
We were down there doing everything. There was basketball, hoop. But for the most part,
nice.
We just had, it was just all concrete walls, and we would just bounce it off the walls, play 1v1. Mm-hmm. We had mini goals, work on our turns, like long range passing when we were 5-6 years old, which was to the back wall. But yeah, I think that's where we got so technical in tight spaces.
For sure.
Poles everywhere, trying to avoid the poles. So those are like the best memories.
It was a concussion or a good dribble, right? If you ran into the pole, that you're going to have consequences. Exactly right. That is such a cool experience to have that and to have something that you could just go down in the basement. Like, is there any specific memories that pop up that you really think you and your brother... I don't know. You said 1v1s. Did your sister ever get in on the action, or that's what she was doing?
Halftime show. She would do the gymnastics halftime show, so that's what she would do. In the wintertime, me and my brother, and then our 2 best friends who also played with us, we would do like 2v2 Christmas special tournaments. And
you had everyone like lined up.
Yeah, they would. They would be lined up as like an audience, and the girls would do the halftime show, all that stuff.
This is amazing.
But
we need home videos from this. This feels like it has home videos written all over it.
Does.
I love that. And when you guys came up with this name, was it you coming up with who named it the Dungeon?
My dad. Yeah,
Your dad.
My dad.
Dad. Yeah. One of the things I find interesting, especially now, like in hindsight, right? You look at you and your brother and even your dad being players. How do you feel like you could feel influence from them, but also be your own person in like developing who you wanted to be as a player?
Yeah, well, I think honestly, up until I was about 14, 15, I never really thought about becoming a professional, just because I also feel like that time in America wasn't as common to be a homegrown player, to have the MLS academies, all these kind of things. I think once I turned 14 or 15 and I saw guys in the union, my brother being one of the earlier ones to sign like professional deals through the academy, I then thought like, wow, like I really do have a chance. Up until then, yeah, it's kind of better. You don't think about it. You're just playing for fun, developing, and that's when you play your best. But having my brother, obviously, who took the same career path as me through the Philadelphia Union Academy and then signing a homegrown deal, obviously when I saw that, I said, like, why can't that be me?
Yeah.
I was like even measuring. We train the same hours. We train the same times. Like, why can't that also be me? And then with my dad also playing, he had a huge influence on kind of just our culture growing up and how much we loved it.
Mm-hmm. What games were already on? What games were you guys always watching?
Premier League.
Yeah.
I was always like Liverpool, Arsenal, just literally whatever games
was on. Yeah. It's going to be on. Do you think having your brother go before you and take all those steps helped you? It clearly gave you a drive, but do you think what did you learn from him being the first to do that in your family?
Yeah, I think I got the benefit of best of both worlds because his struggles I learned from. Everything that he needed to maybe work on a little bit when he first came into the league, my dad learned from that, and then I sharpened up on that 3 years behind him. So I think I got it a little bit better. Seeing how he progressed, what challenges he faced, I can obviously learn from all of them and have open dialogue with him on how to be better.
Mm-hmm. Who do you think is more competitive between the two of you or your brother? Or is it your sister? I don't know. We can't leave her out of it.
No, we can't. But no, she's not the most competitive.
That's okay.
I don't know. I would say
not even in soccer, like competitive all around. Like if you guys are playing Uno, who has to win and who throws a fit if they don't?
I would say me.
Yeah.
It's not like throwing a fit, but just like I would do anything.
To
like
win.
Cheating, like anything.
Like you hate losing more than you love winning.
Yeah, of course.
I think that is some of the best athletes have that mentality because the pain you feel when you lose is like,
it's awful.
Yeah. You were like, when's the next game? I want to get back out there right away. So you said you were probably 14 when you realized like you could do this for real. Mm-hmm. Is that when you started playing with the Union Academy?
Yeah, so my dad he actually runs his own club now, but it started off with just like me and my brother.
Your dad is serious.
Yeah.
Like licensed coached? Does he have licenses?
Yeah, he does. But he just like oversees, they're in MLS Next Pro, but he like oversees that club. But it's also like
that's so cool.
He never expected it. Like the club started off with me and my brother's team. It was like a local town team.
Yeah.
And then as me and my brother's team started to do good, we got like recognition, and then he brought players from like the close towns, and then fast forward to now, it's like an MLS Next Pro. So it is cool to see how that's grown.
Yeah.
But that was it.
Yeah. And so how did the opportunity come up to go join Union Academy?
Yeah. So I was playing with my dad up until I was 12, 13. And then they had like the pre-academy, which was like Union Juniors that you would go up like twice a week and play while you would still play the games with your club team.
Okay.
And then it became full-time when you were U14, I think was the first team. And then I was like 12, 13, just playing up on the 14s. Mm-hmm. And then ever since then, I went through all the ranks of the Union Academy.
Right. And just being in MLS for a long time, there's a lot of academies that people talk about, that being one of them, the Union Academy, and how many players have been produced from there. For you, that you've been through all the different levels, what do you think makes it special? What helped you develop into a player that could not only play in MLS, but even beyond?
I think they just do such a great job of recruiting not only players, but like coaching staff. Mm-hmm. And obviously it helps with the school. I think that makes a tremendous difference. They have guys. We were doing 2-3 training sessions a day with your team. So that makes, where some guys are training only once a day, maybe only 3 times a week with their team.
So explain that to people, because that's not all academies are like that. Like tell people about what a school day looked like when you were there.
I went there during my first year of high school. So I finished 8th grade, and then I went at the start of high school. Now I think they even do younger.
Wow.
But a normal day was you would show up, then you would start training at 8:30 in the morning. You would do 8:30 to 10 training. Then your first class would normally be like 11 to 3:30 was the school day. And then after that, you would have another training session at like 4. And then, it was thinking back on it, it was a crazy grind because I lived like an hour, 15-minute drive away. So it was like I would wake up at 5:50, get to the bus stop. Bus stop was like all the Jersey kids who would bus up.
Okay.
There was like a van driver who would take us, get to school, train, and then we wouldn't be back until
I was going to say,
7,
did your mom have to bring you? Oh, no, she didn't. You had a bus driver.
But my early days, when there wasn't a lot of Jersey kids, my mom and dad had to drive us every day, which was like crazy. I don't know how they did that either.
That's wild. It is. You just think back to when you're playing as a younger player and you're like, how did I do all that?
Yeah.
So much energy.
Yeah, it's longer than my days now.
Yeah, but it's hard not to get better when you're in that type of system. And better you got. And I'm sure as you got closer and closer, the dream came more into reality. Do you remember the day you signed your homegrown deal?
I do.
What was that like for you?
Yeah, it was surreal. I actually remember when I first got like the contract proposed.
Yeah. Okay.
That was during like COVID times, and that was just like sense of shock. Yeah. It was just
Were you at home?
Yeah, I was at home. It was just pure happiness, and it was in like COVID lockdown time, so it was like it was something positive.
Like, thank you. Something is going
positive.
right.
But no, signing and then being able to be with the team that I watched since I was 11, 12 years old was obviously a surreal moment.
Did you go to games often growing up?
Yeah. The team, I remember when my dad first told me the Philadelphia team was coming in 2010, and then we went to like the first game.
How old were you in 2010?
Well, that was, oh my gosh, I almost said it was 2022.
Right.
I don't know.
That was 15 years ago?
Yeah, so.
Younger. 7?
Yeah, literally.
Look at me. Math, people.
Good math, yeah. Math is not my stuff.
There we go. I got your back. So you signed in 2020. Yay for having something good happen. And in 2021 is really when you started with the first team. It's a lot of firsts, right? You sign your first contract. You play your first game.
Yeah.
What was it like to represent the Union in a first team game for the first time?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Who'd you play? What happened?
We played Portland, Timbers. I think we were smoking them like 3-4-0, and then the crowd started chanting like "Bring me in, bring me in." So that was obviously nice.
The crowd chanted for you in your first game?
Yeah, and then that was obviously nice. Fans got what they wanted. I got what I wanted, so then it was nice. And then I came in, but I think like fast forward 4 or 5 games later is when I got my first start in New England. I was 17, and then I scored, which was obviously nice on your first start, scoring. And then, from there.
I read that your first goal was also goal of the week. Is that?
Yeah, it was a nice one.
Yeah, what'd you do? What was it? It's a pretty nice way to start. First, people are chanting for you.
That's not bad.
I don't know. Do they dupe? They probably don't dupe when you come in, but the chant they always do. But that is a very Philly thing.
Yeah.
And then you score a goal on your first start.
Yeah. No, that was amazing.
What was it like? What was the goal?
It was. I just received it at the top of the box, kind of juked on my left, and then hit it up like upper 90.
Yeah, just like just upper 90.
It was a nice one.
Just upper 90. How did that first season, you talk about these positive things, right? Signing the first contract, first game, first start, first goal. Where do you feel like that season really challenged you, though? Where did you have to grow in order to keep up?
Yeah, it obviously wasn't always starting every game, scoring every game. I was in competition with good players. Being 17, it's obviously not common to start and play every game. So I also had to learn that you have to be patient sometimes, and that's the hardest thing I think for young players is to know that your time will come, but to not also like give up and lose that self-belief. So I had guys in front of me that were obviously good as well, but I just continued to work on my craft every day after training. Even if I wasn't getting like the minutes every time I came in, 10, 20, 30 minutes, just trying to give my all and help the team win. But I think that's definitely what helped me grow is, when things maybe aren't going the right way, just having the patience, not only with yourself, but with the club, which is hard to do, but then continue to work on yourself. So when your opportunity does come, you're ready for it.
Yeah. Was somebody in particular helping you when you'd stay after? Is that stuff on your own? Was there a coach that you leaned on in those moments?
Yeah, the assistant coach, my first assistant coach, he's at Cincy now, Pat Newton, and he was kind of the guy that was working with the players, so he was super helpful. But yeah, like Alejandro Bedoya, the captain, was a great guy. There was really good guys around me to kind of help me.
Yeah. It is. It's a weird transition going from being a big fish to a small fish, and the mental game. I don't think people often think about how difficult it is, and you're 17, right? Even now as a 22-year-old, you're probably like, I might have done things maybe slightly different in moments, but it'll make you grow up pretty quick.
100%.
Yeah. Well, it was, for your time with Philly, it wasn't very long, but in the 2022 season, you kind of got to do something really fun. Yeah. You guys drove yourself all the way to the final, and might have been the wildest
it was crazy
final that we've ever seen. You were subbed in. It was 2-1 at the time when you were subbed in, right?
Yeah.
There was a goal right before you go in. There's a goal right after you go in. I don't know. What are you thinking when you're about to go into this game and it's just pure chaos out on the field?
Yeah, I was obviously nervous. Being, I don't know what it was at the time, 18, 19, getting into an MLS final. So it's obviously, you want to go out there and make a difference. But then also, you want to help the team and not lose the game. So, I think it was just like, kind of went by in a flash. I remember coming in, and then we scored, and then Gareth Bale scored that iconic goal, and then I'm like, oh gosh, it's 3-3, and then next thing you know, we're in penalties. So it all kind of went by fast. It was just a fast, intense game. Going into those kind of games are always difficult because you have to come right up to speed. But I think it's a moment now, I look back in my career, that definitely helped me develop, and that was my last game for the Philadelphia Union, which obviously I would have wanted it to end differently. Winning, of course, is what everybody would have liked. But you always take positives from everything, and just being able to say I played in the MLS final is obviously an achievement.
Yeah. What do you said it helps you grow. What do you think back on that? Like, what are the things that stick out to you that helped you grow as a player?
I think managing the waves of emotions during a game. I think you get so high. It's 2-1, then it's 2-2, then you're winning 3-2 in a final. I think it was the 118th, 19th minute, and then maybe one lapse of concentration, and you kind of lose everything. So I think that's the biggest thing at the highest level, being focused for 120 minutes. And when you play against quality players, they can make you pay if you don't concentrate for 1 second.
What number shooter were you in the penalty shootout?
I was 6th, I believe, but I only think we made it to 4.
You didn't make it there, but I was just curious.
Yeah, I was 6.
Because at that time, you come in, as you said, it had to have felt like they trust me.
Yeah, of course.
In this situation, and then to be 6th spot in the penalty shootout too. Like, if you get there and it's tied, that's a big spot to be at. How hard was the come down from that game after losing?
Yeah, it was awful, to be honest. It was really sad. You work so hard all season to get to the final, and then especially how it happened. We were right there, and then it kind of gets grabbed away from you in penalties. It's like, what more can you do?
Yeah. And
especially me, being my last game for the club after going to Europe, and then after spending over a decade at the club. Obviously it was heartbreaking.
Did you know at that time you were going to leave?
Yeah.
You already know.
Yeah, the news broke actually I think the day before that, after
awesome.
After my final training, the news broke. So it was also kind of a whirlwind, but I knew a week before that.
Even if you know that, it's something that you probably at the time don't even want to think about.
No, you don't.
Yeah. And that's hard. That's a hard thing to manage for anybody, but for an 18-year-old about ready to try to win his hometown a championship, that's a lot to deal with. Gosh, losing those games are just it's just the pits.
Yeah, they're the worst.
It's the worst. But you've done a lot of great things. It's crazy to think in just a few years you turned pro at 16, right? Yeah. You debuted at 17. You were in MLS Cup at 18. You went to Europe, all within a 3-year span.
When I think I'm still 22, it's crazy. Even for me to believe that.
Yeah. So when did the move come into your sights? Where were you okay, I think the next move is to be to Europe.
Yeah, I was at a time in Philly where I wasn't even starting every game, to be honest. When I came in, I did good, scored like a decent amount of goals for the minutes that I had both seasons. And then I had an amazing qualifying with the U20s, where that was kind of, I think, my breakout tournament. I think I had like 9 goals in 7 games. And then after that, some European clubs had came with interest. And then going into the finals, that was like after my debut season. And then after that, I went into my next season with the Union. And yeah, I didn't really get the minutes that I was hoping for. But luckily, I did have the national team games that kind of helped me in the youth. And then I think I went to a January camp as well. No, sorry, that was after I made the move to Europe. And then when Frankfurt came in, I just thought, like, how can I not take this? Yeah. 18, nothing really to lose. Yeah, made good with my minutes, but not like really a starter. So why not just take a move?
Yeah, that came in after the 20s World Cup as well.
Yeah,
because you were what, golden ball at that?
Yeah, golden ball. It was like golden ball, golden boot.
Yeah, great. I played in the 20s World Cup too. There's something special about that.
It is. It's a really cool tournament.
It's so fun.
You get so close with your teammates in the youth, so it's like amazing.
Yes. I was not the golden ball though.
Okay.
Yeah, you win on that one for sure. So it comes in right after that, and did you think like Germany when you were thinking about going abroad? Like, what felt like that league could be something that you could perform well in?
Yeah, I mean, there was other clubs interested. I thought.
You want to tell us who?
Yeah, like Salzburg was interested. Yeah. The club my brother went to. There was also some other Bundesliga clubs that were interested, but I thought Frankfurt, they were doing well, and they actually won Europa League that year. And yeah, they were always like a team that were 7th, 8th place when I joined them, and they always looked like they were going in the right direction. You also see the club now. So when they bought me, they were really investing in like youth players, and yeah. When I saw the opportunity, kind of wanted to take a different path than my brother as well. Yeah. So I just decided to make 2 jumps going to a top 5 league. Like, why not just test myself in those waters?
I love it. You have to be confident in those moments, and also confident, but respectful when you walk into the locker room for the first time. What was that like?
Yeah. I was obviously like...
How much English was being spoken?
No, they all speak good English.
Yeah.
But... yeah, when you walk in, you see guys like Mario Götze, like Rando Colomwani, Bore, like guys that have played in World Cups, the Europa League finals.
And then just your name.
Yeah, you're just like this little 19-year-old coming from the Philadelphia Union. They don't know like anything about that. So you have to come in. But I had nothing to lose, and that's kind of what my mindset was every day in training. I'll never forget, I landed right off the plane. We played like small-sided 6v6. I had like 3 goals, and I was like, all right, like I'm fitting in.
Take that first impression.
Yeah, it's like I'm fitting in. And then my 6 months there, I was under a great coach with Oliver Glasner. He's at Crystal Palace now. He helped me grow tremendously. I wasn't even supposed to play in those 6 months. It was just supposed to be a time period to kind of adjust. Wow. And I think I made like 11 appearances in the 6 months. So it was like I was overachieving.
Tell us about that relationship then, if he really helped you. Like, what was it that he invested in you that allowed you to flourish?
I think always the main thing with me and coaches is communication. I've had coaches that are kind of closed off, and I kind of know that they don't get the best out of me. I think I always do best with the coaches that are in constant communication, telling me exactly what I need to do straight up. And he was kind of a guy that told me exactly his thoughts straight up for the good and the bad. Yeah. And he was honest with everybody on the team. But yeah, he liked hard workers. He knew he was going to get that out of me. And yeah, we just had like an open dialogue where he constantly helped me improve.
It feels like just talking to you and kind of seeing you progress through the years, like hard work is the minimum you're going to get from you.
Yeah, of course.
Is that something like your mom, your dad, who really instilled that in you?
I think both of them. They're both really hardworking people. My dad as well, just how he ran his business, and he was always traveling when we were young. And yeah, just when me and my brother would train, it was just always like the minimum you can give is hard work. Yeah. Because talent's not enough. If you have talent, that's also great. But maybe you're off on a day. The minimum you can give is hard work.
Yeah, I'm sure your coach really respected that. Were there any players with Frankfurt that you felt like took you under their wing and helped you in those first few months?
Yeah. I mean, looking off of guys like Mario Götze was always nice. He was like literally the most chill guy I've ever met in my life. Like literally nothing would bother him. So he was cool to look at from a mindset standpoint. Someone who's like won almost everything, and to have nothing bother you, and just to be so clean and technical. But there's also guys who helped me off the field. Timothy Chandler's an American guy, so he helped me. But it was really a great team.
Yeah. And it sounds like you grew a lot there. Was it difficult when you then were sent on loan?
Yeah. I mean,
what that conversation? What's that like, really?
Yeah. Well, with the coach, when I first came in, after the first 6 months I had, I think it was high hopes for everybody for the upcoming season. But then the club decided to part ways with him, and then they brought in a new coach. And sometimes that's how soccer works.
Yeah. It's how life works. You sometimes get a new boss, and it's just
they
not
bring in a new coach, and the first 6 months didn't really go how I wanted. Okay. I would start a few games here and there, but then, not play for another 3 or 4. So it was kind of just like up and down. And something I was lacking in my career was just consistent playing time. And I think that's what I was needing. So I knew to just go take a risk. I asked them to go on loan to Vitesse. It was kind of like a last minute thing. It was literally like the last day of the transfer window. I had to drive up and do my medical and stuff. So it was kind of a gamble going into the club. They were dead last in the Eredivisie. They had a bunch of financial issues off the field with, point deductions, all these kind of things, which I didn't know about before I arrived. But it was just somewhere where I could go give myself a platform, hopefully help the team as well stay up, and showcase and get a good run of games. And I did exactly that. I started every game. I think played 90 minutes, scored a few goals, had a few assists. So that was exactly what I wanted and exactly what I hoped for.
And you only played with them for half a year, but you ended up being their second leading goal scorer. What does that do for you at that time of your career after some of the challenges at the beginning of your move to Europe to just bolster your confidence?
Yeah, because it told me everything that I already believed in myself.
Okay.
The whole time that I was, kind of transitioning up and down, I always just told myself, or any club that I was joining, like, just give me a run of games and I promise that I'll deliver for you. And that's what Vitesse gave me. And it also not only proved to everybody, but it also gives you that self-belief that, what you're talking is not just false. You can also believe in that.
Yeah. Then you go on loan again to Utrecht. How difficult is that? Like, let's just talk about like the reality of being a player who's constantly on the move. There are so many different things that you have to think about. It's not just like, I'm going to play for a whole different team, a new manager, a new city, talk about really how challenging that was for you as a young, I'm going to call you kid, as a young kid in Europe.
Yeah, it's difficult. Trying to find your feet. You can't really call a place a home. I was every year someplace new, trying to find new apartments, new furniture.
And is that on you to find all those things?
No, they help you.
They help you out.
Managers and stuff like that. Like, also in Frankfurt, a crazy story. I had a fire in my apartment.
No.
Yeah, I had like a beautiful apartment, moved in everything for 6 months. Then I was actually in Arizona with the Olympic team, and I get a call from my upstairs neighbor. He's like, your apartment's on fire, like sending me videos of black smoke coming out my windows. And I'm like, what the, and I have to play Japan that night as well.
No.
So I'm just like, my mind is completely in a fog.
Yeah.
And obviously then
you lost everything?
Yeah, I lost everything. And then,
oh no, what was the worst thing you lost?
I mean, I didn't have anything.
Okay.
I didn't care about the expensive stuff.
Well, I didn't know if you had something.
Memorabilia. Yeah. Obviously. It was just jerseys that I collected and stuff like that.
That was a bummer though.
Yeah. So then that obviously displaces you a bit.
Yeah.
Then I was living in a hotel for 3 months because I wasn't sure if I was going on loan in January. So I was living with teammates. Everybody on the team would call me homeless because I was just jumping back and forth.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to commit to a lease if I was going on loan. So then I ended up going on loan to Vitesse, and then again after Vitesse, I wanted to stay in the Netherlands after how well it worked out. Then I went to Utrecht, and then it was the best year of my career.
Yeah. What do you think? What allowed you to stay motivated and stay focused in that time with the ups and downs, with all of that you're managing outside the field?
Yeah.
Like, how on the mental side did you keep yourself in a good place?
Yeah, it's always been like that for me. When I'm playing soccer, I don't even think about anything.
Okay.
So it was always just like a nice way to escape. None of my worries when I'm on the field. When I would get off the field, I would be like, oh, like now I have to worry about this.
Yeah.
But always when I was on the field, it would always be 100% focused on exactly what I was doing. And of course, it was difficult in stages, but I always do a good job of staying level-headed. And yeah, what am I going to do about the fire? It's nothing I can control. So you can only control what you can, and some things are out of your hands. So I think I do a good job of staying level-headed in that sense. Of course, it's frustrating, it's upsetting, but what are you gonna do? You can't dwell on it. You just have to move on.
Yeah, and yeah, you definitely do, and you have to adjust and adapt, and that's part of growing up. And maybe you had to do that a little bit earlier than other people.
Yeah.
What'd you miss most about America when you were abroad?
Oof, I missed a lot of things.
Yeah.
The language. I miss the language of speaking my native language. Yeah, I think just like the friendliness of Americans.
Yeah.
I think obviously it's different over in Europe. Dutch guys and German guys are also friendly, but it's like a difference of embracing and stuff like that. And obviously where you grow up in your home country, it's always going to be easier to find friends, communicate, these kind of things. I'm from Jersey, so I definitely miss like the cheesesteaks and the Philly cheesesteaks, like the hoagies. That's also in Europe. They don't have like, I mean,
sandwiches?
They probably think they do, but like I don't like the sandwiches over there. It's like cold cucumbers and stuff on a sandwich. Like I want a Primo turkey Diablo or something like that.
Great. Well, I don't know what that is, but it sounds
You
good.
don't know what that is?
No.
Okay. Well, I guess it's just an East Coast thing.
Yeah, well, it sounds delicious.
Yeah,
Sounds better than a cucumber sandwich.
Yeah, definitely.
Nobody wants that. Did you miss, did you have to, what was harder to learn? Cooking for yourself or doing your own laundry?
Oh, cooking, 100%. Laundry, I didn't really care about.
Yeah.
It was cooking.
Easy.
I made like 3 recipes, and that
What were your go-tos?
pesto pasta, a stir fry, and
Nice.
tacos.
Okay. Those are pretty good.
Yeah, but they're simple. But then once my girlfriend was out there more, she handled the cooking, which was nice.
That's a real benefit.
It was a real benefit because I was really struggling.
Yeah.
It was not the best.
It's hard when you're on the same meal all the time.
Yeah.
You just need a little switch up. Well, it's been cool to see you develop and move to all these different leagues, but also play for the U.S. men's national team.
Yeah.
You had just mentioned playing for the Olympic team. We'll get to that in a second, but you are also in the history books as one of the only sets of brothers to play for the men's national team. Can you take me back to the dungeon? Were there any moments where you guys are, commentating your games and you're on the national team and you're pretending like, we're teammates or we're going against each other? Like, could you imagine that you guys got to do this?
No, it's even speaking about it now, it's definitely like surreal. I think when we were younger, that's always a dream to be able to play with each other, and we actually played against each other. So it's like, yeah, to think that we did both in top leagues and top environments is obviously amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you're just a little kid in the basement playing with your brother, you obviously dream of these things, playing for your national team, getting to represent your country at the highest level.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's always just a dream, but for that to become a reality, I think is something I'll cherish for the rest
Yeah,
of
when
my
you
life.
walk into the locker room and see your jerseys next to each other with the crests on the front.
Yeah, when you're walking out for the national anthem together, or even when you're driving down the middle and you look to your left and you see your brother, it's kind of strange, to be honest, but yeah, it's also amazing.
So cool. Did your family get to be at those games when you guys played together?
They were.
Have you guys talked about it afterwards and like?
Not really.
Or do you just talk about it afterwards and like tell him how he could have been better in moments?
No, not really. I mean,
Does he tell you that?
No.
Okay.
No, we never like after the fact we're like, oh my God, that was so cool. Like it just kind of happened. Probably when we're older, we'll think back, oh, that was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, you kind of just live.
I can see you guys just sitting with your kids, telling them these stories.
Yeah, showing them some photos or something like that.
Yeah. Well, there's videos too. I mean,
Exactly.
it is 2025.
Exactly.
It's not like back in the day with.
That's the good thing.
Yeah. Also, a dream for a lot of people is to play in the Olympics, and you had to do that.
Yeah. It was amazing.
Did you get a tattoo? Did you get Olympics?
No, I didn't. I didn't. My grandma would be upset with me.
Okay.
So
Grandma, don't worry.
yeah.
He did not get the tattoo. How'd that happen? Talk to us. Like, when did you find out you made the Olympic team?
Yeah, I was kind of one of the guys that was with the team like since the very first camp. But yeah, obviously it's never 100%
Right.
guaranteed. Yeah, I found out. Oh, he called. Yeah. Coach called me. I was in the Netherlands in a hotel room, which I spent a lot of time in hotel rooms.
Yeah, gosh.
With the constant moving.
We got to get you out of hotel rooms.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
You're about to be.
I'm about to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, then he just called me, told me that he's bringing me into the Olympics, and it was obviously just an amazing feeling.
Tears?
No, I didn't cry. I don't cry a lot.
That's okay. You don't have to.
But no, it was just, yeah.
Did your mom cry when you told her? Dad? Not a crying family. That's fine.
No.
Maybe I cried.
They don't cry to me, but
Yeah.
maybe they.
Did you FaceTime them right after?
I did FaceTime them. But yeah, that's the thing about my parent or me. I never get like so excited about something or so.
Okay. You
down
can
about
stay in
something.
the.
Yeah, I'm always in the middle, which is a good trait to have, I think.
Yeah.
But no, I was obviously super excited to be able to go to the Olympics.
Did everybody go? Your whole family? Girlfriend?
Not my whole family. My mom, dad, and girlfriend and sister.
Okay.
Went to all the games.
Just your brother.
Yeah,
Didn't go.
just my brother.
Yeah.
But he had his own things to.
Yeah, he's got things happening as well, so
Yeah.
we won't blame him for that. What are you going to take away from that tournament? Like, what's your fondest memory of playing?
The opening game against France in Marseille Stadium. It was just like unbelievable stadium. I think it was 80,000 people. Opening game of the Olympics. Obviously, it wasn't the result that we wanted, but yeah, it was just like an unreal experience. I always say it was like the most fun, best sporting event that I've had so far in my career. It was the most enjoyable as well. The group of guys we had was also great, so we just had so much fun. Just little things, playing cards.
Yeah.
All these little things.
It's kind of unique in the sense of like the U20 World Cup too, because there are some overage players, but you guys are kind of all the same, going through the same
Yeah.
things at the same time. Do you feel like that helped you guys bond a lot?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, being the same age, definitely. But we had older guys like Walker Zimmerman, even though he acts like he's our age as well. But
Ooh, I don't think he thought he was going to get catching strays
no,
here.
he's a huge child. He's like a huge child. But he's a great guy.
Yeah.
So we had such like a close team.
Yeah.
It made it that much more enjoyable.
Did you get to see anything else?
Not really, because we were in a new city like each
All
day.
the time,
So
yeah.
we would play and then travel, play and then travel. So it was really difficult to kind of stay.
Yeah, that makes sense. What a cool thing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
What a dream come true. I guess it leads us here, kind of, right? Like, you have accomplished all these things already, and now you're back in MLS. You're a PID, and
Yeah,
people are
yeah.
so happy about that. Why was now the right time to come back to MLS?
I think a bunch of different reasons.
Yeah.
I think, I've said it in a lot of other interviews, but when I first spoke to the coach and, the head of the club in a lot of different forms, the direction that the club wants to move is obviously something that intrigued me. I didn't get the chance to win it with Philly, and I obviously want to come here to try to win tournaments, cups, MLS Cup, all these little things. So I think the ambition of the club is what really brought me in and what bought me in, and then also things outside of soccer as well, like we spoke about prior, being closer to family, establishing a home like I haven't had to do, or I haven't been able to do most of my career besides when I was at Philly living at home. So all these little things I think just kind of gelled together and felt right, and it felt like a place I could call home, and it felt like the best decision for me.
I love that. Well, you're gonna get friendly people here in Colorado.
I've heard so.
Yes, you'll definitely get that. Maybe your parents had this vision that you were gonna be number 10 because it is in your name.
Yeah, it's strange how that works out, but
Yeah, and here you are wearing the number 10. What does that mean to you? And do you feel pressure wearing a 10?
not
Or
really.
privilege? Honor?
Honor, yeah. I think
Honor.
a privilege and an honor. Just because when you look around the world with the guys who do wear the number 10, Messi is my favorite player of all time. I watched hours and hours of gameplay and highlight videos of him. So to be able to just say I'm wearing the same number as him, obviously I think it gives you an extra motivation, extra little bit of flair, all these little things that I think it kind of just helps you.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, and you gotta. It's just such a fun position to play too, and you have to have that, and you have it in boatloads, right? Like you come and we've seen you come and show up and provide some nice flair to the Rapids. So that's been fun. How's the acclimation to Denver been? Like, what have you thought so far? What have you gotten to do? We're coming off an international break, so maybe you got to do a little bit. I don't know.
Well, I actually went home for my international break.
Okay.
So that's the thing. I haven't been able to do much besides shop at Home Goods and go to Living Spaces, so that's been real fun.
Living Spaces.
Yeah, real fun.
I've heard that commercial
My girlfriend
before, huh?
loves Home Goods. My mom loves Home Goods. So, no, I haven't been able to do
Home Goods is great.
It is great.
Have you gotten fond to it or no? You just go.
My mom would drag me in there when I was like 7, 8 years old, so I've been forced to like
Okay. So this is all in preparation for
my apartment.
Your place.
Yeah.
Settling down, which will be so nice.
Once I settle down, I'll 100% explore, go on some hikes, get into the city.
Yeah.
All of that.
I do know that you like fishing.
Yeah, I do.
But so you haven't been able to fish yet?
No, I have not.
Okay. Well, you got to go. There's some good places to go fish. Good places to go fish. This has been fun getting to know you. And the one last thing we do is we like to do, well, it's not true. We have 2 more things.
Okay.
We like to do, one of those 2 things is we like to do like a fun game.
Yeah.
And we don't know a ton about you. Like you're kind of a little private guy, aren't you?
Yeah, I am pretty private.
Yeah, I like that. We're not going to go too deep here, so don't worry. But we're calling this Paxton Prefers.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a little bit of a quick answer, but then you can give a little bit of detail if you want to some of these things. All right, let's go with what's your comfort TV show?
Comfort, The Sopranos.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very comforting.
Yeah. Just makes me feel closer to home.
Well, I feel like that's a podcast for another day. Your dad runs a club.
Yeah. No.
Just kidding, Dad. I don't even know you. Okay. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Better
be something that your girlfriend makes.
Oh.
He's like, nope.
Penne al vodka.
Yeah?
Yeah. With chicken in it.
Yeah.
I need some protein. Yeah.
I was going to say it'd be a little plain if it didn't have anything in there. Is there a particular place that you like that from?
Yeah, a place from back in Jersey.
What's it called?
It's called La Scala's.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's
all right. We're going to have to go get that and that sub you were talking about earlier.
I
Diablo.
can't believe you've never heard of Primo hoagies. That's like a big thing.
I don't know.
I guess not.
New Jersey is not one of the places I've lived. I've lived a lot of places, but that's not one of them. Yeah. What is it?
It's like, obviously turkey, but it's like spicy. Spicy turkey, lettuce.
On a hoagie roll.
On a hoagie roll, yeah. That's what makes it. It's good bread.
Yeah.
So then it's like banana peppers.
Ooh.
Like the red chili flakes, but the spread, not like the actual chili flakes. And yeah, that's kind of it.
Like lettuce, tomato, like any of that stuff?
I don't do lettuce and tomato.
No,
I don't do tomato and onions. No.
Okay, wow. Sensitive subject. Just kidding. What's your favorite thing to do on an off day?
If my girlfriend's here, then
Home Goods.
Going out and exploring.
Yeah.
We've lived in like a lot of cool cities, so it'd be like going into the city, getting some nice lunch, all these kind of things.
Okay.
Here it'll probably be going to the mountains.
Yeah.
But if I'm alone, then I like gaming.
Gaming?
Yeah, with like my friends back home.
Yeah.
It's fun time.
And your brother? Do you game with your brother too, or is he did not do that?
I did, but it's hard with the time change.
Okay. It was easier when you were over there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm sure you spent a few hours doing that.
Yeah, that's the only thing he was upset about me leaving Europe is he wasn't going to be able to game with me.
The only thing?
Much.
Well, yeah, I think he would miss you too.
Yeah. Just for sure.
So don't think it's the only thing, but okay, those are good things. And if people have recommendations, are you up for some recommendations on places to eat, places to go in the mountains? I'm sure they will be happy to provide those to you. Do you have a secret or like a hidden talent?
Not really.
No.
I don't have anything cool.
Nothing. All right. I don't think I do either, so don't feel bad about that. Don't feel bad. It's this one you might have just answered. Do you like video games or board games better?
Video games.
Video games. What's your game? Like if you were gaming?
Call of Duty, NBA 2K. I just came. But like with my friends, but with the family, I like board games.
Yeah. What's
Monopoly.
your Monopoly?
Yeah, I like Monopoly.
I just played Monopoly for the first time in a long time, and man, that is a long game.
It's a very long game. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
We're like a Uno family. We're like a
Uno.
card game family.
My favorite card game is Five Crowns. Have you ever played Five Crowns?
No.
You should get into that. It's a very fun game for all to play.
Check into it.
Do you collect anything? It sounds like you collected jerseys, but
I have a new stock.
okay.
Yeah.
Who's in that stock?
My favorite ones are I have a Colomani France jersey, a Daichi Kamada, who I played with, also a favorite Japan jersey. I just think they like look amazing. I have my brother's jersey from Berlin. I have like a lot of international trades, but also like in the Bundesliga with a lot of American guys.
Yeah.
Gio.
Careful, because Colomani, we've got a fan over here. He might come.
You're gonna steal my jersey.
He might come take it. He might come take it. What is your favorite non-soccer place you visited?
I would say either Prague or Nice, France.
Ooh.
In terms of like relaxing by the beach,
Yeah.
Nice. But in terms of like city and like architecture and these kind of things, Prague was really nice.
That's the fun thing about being in Europe. Everything's
so close.
so close
Yeah.
and not expensive to get there.
Yeah, no, we definitely
You took
traveled.
advantage of it. It
We
sounds
did.
like
Yeah,
good
we've
for
been to
you.
a lot of
Good
places.
for you. Which makes me think, if you could see a game at one stadium in the world, like where are you going to go watch a game? What's like a stadium you have to get to? Like I want to go to San Siro. I got to see a game there.
I want to go to Celtic Park
Ooh.
in Scotland, or like a national team game for Scotland.
Yeah. I've been to Celtic Park.
Yeah,
You got to go.
yeah.
It is so fun. And just like being
Yeah.
in Scotland and the
Yeah.
people, such a good time. All right, let's go. One thing on your bucket list that doesn't have anything to do with sports.
I want to go cliff jumping, like into obviously into water.
I hope so.
But yeah,
Yeah, let's put water there.
yeah. That would probably
Is
be
there
smart.
anywhere in particular that comes to your mind when you think about that?
Hawaii wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
I
Have
think
you been to Hawaii?
No. When I was like really young.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
nothing that I can like remember.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna have to get you there
Yeah,
at some
I know.
point. You're a little closer
It's
now.
a closer flight.
It is closer. We'll give you. It's closer, not that close, but
Yeah.
Paxton, this has been really fun. It's been awesome to get to know you. Now, I promise this is the last thing that we do, but we like to give our guests just an opportunity to express some gratitude. You've done a lot of things already in your life, and you can't do them alone. So a chance to just give some thanks to people who have helped you along the way.
Yeah, I give a lot of thanks to my family. The countless hours they've helped in developing me, driving me, just kind of all these little things that kind of have shaped and made me who I am today. I definitely wouldn't be here without them. My girlfriend, we've been together for a very long time. So yeah, just she's been to a lot of different places and experienced a lot with me. I think all the coaches that I've had since such a young age have definitely helped me develop. And obviously the fans here at Colorado. I'm really looking forward to playing in front of you guys this weekend. But I've had a warm welcome, especially everybody here in the club. So it's been great, and I'm just excited to get in front of you.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
This weekend,
Yeah,
it's happening. The number 10's coming home. We're going to get to see him in front of all you Rapids fans. So thank you guys for listening, Paxton. Thank you for giving us so much of your time and letting us get to know you a little bit better. Colorado Rapids fans, you can see Paxton this weekend or for the rest of the season for a long time to come, really.
Exactly.
Which is going to be so exciting. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of The Conversation. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, give Paxton some places to check out in Colorado. Do all those where you listen to your podcast. So that's it for this episode of The Conversation. We will see you guys soon.